Hey, crazy friends.
Hey guys!
It's Jay and Francis with Find Your Crazy. We are a family of 9 who live full-time in our RV with 5 of our kids as we travel the country to see every national park. But today we are hanging out because we can't travel. If you watched our last video, you know that this has been a really bad week.
One of the worst yet so far.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
And so we're stuck here because we can't move until our truck gets fixed. But we're not going to let that stop us. We are getting ourselves up, brushing ourselves off, putting our big girl panties on, and moving ahead. And so that's what today is all about.
That's really scary, so yeah.
All right, so a couple of weeks ago, we were here in Florida, and we were literally making lemonades out of lemon. We picked our own citrus and came back and made some fresh lemonade. This week, we're figuratively making lemonade out of lemons. This is one of those times when everything is so bad, and you can just fall on top of yourself with it, or you know what, you can just go out and find something fun to do. And so that's what we're going to do today. We are going to get everybody up. We've done a little bit of school. We're going to get everybody out the door, and then we're going to go take a little field trip. So that is one of those axioms of life, truths of scripture, that the rain falls on the just and the unjust. And sometimes it sprinkles on you, and sometimes it pours on you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels worse when those wounds are self-inflicted, like we talked about last week. But at the end of the day, you kind of have a choice of just wallowing in it, or saying, okay, it happened. We did everything we could. We can't change anything. Now we just have to trust the Lord that He's got a hand in moving forward in this, and we're just going to move forward. And so that's what we're doing. Even though we're sitting here without a truck, as it's getting fixed, you know, we're not just going to wallow in the misery of all of it. We're going to get up and find something to do. And I think that's true whether you're living on the road or not living on the road. You know, I mean, as epic as this life is that we get to live out on the road and all the fun, it's not exempt from hard things and hard times. I mean, we've shared in a lot of our videos tough things and dumb mistakes we've made and all of those. But at the same time, no matter when you hit those walls, you have to make that choice to just get back up and, all right, well, we're just going to start enjoying this lifestyle that we have again.
And the beauty of it is that we, our plans are so flexible. I think if we've learned anything over this past year of COVID and wedding prep and wildfires, is that our plans are just held very loosely. We are both big planners, and we like everything to go as planned, and we want to be have everything ready to go. And if anything, this year has just unfolded all of that from us and helped us to see and embrace more of the adventure, more of the journey, and not necessarily the destination, but all along the way, finding those moments and special times. And so, you know, I think for us, our responses are very important. We have kids that are watching. We have a world that's watching, and how we respond to difficult times really says a lot about where our faith is and where our feet are planted. And so when those times come, we can choose. One of the things that Keep Your Daydream says that is so good is we can stay solution based. And I really thought that all the day was stay solution based, meaning let's think of how we can move through this and watch our reactions and don't cast blame, but just try to work through the situation instead of being stalled in the middle of the situation. And so that's what we're going to continue to do. We could just sit here and say, you know what in the world is there to do? We are just going to get holed up and kind of just lick our wounds. But what we're doing today is just what we tend to do is just look around us and see where are the places that are fun, and what makes this place that we are in special and unique, because everywhere we go is super neat, super special. And so we've been looking for some things that were a little bit budget friendly in this city of Ocala. And so we found something called the Homosassa Springs. It's actually, I think, the Ellie Schiller, the Ellie Schiller Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park. That's a lot to say, but we found this place and it got great reviews on TripAdvisor, and I use that all the time just to see what the kind of worldwide thoughts are on different places and what's really fun to do in small cities. So if you are looking for a one-stop shop, I think TripAdvisor really will help you find like the top 10 things in the city that you're in, or the city you're passing through. We call these our field trip days, and so those days we get up really early and we get some school done and we get that out of the way, and then we try to get around lunchtime to head out so that we can really do that. And then we have usually a writing assignment. So today they know that they've got to be looking for one animal, and they have to find out as much as they can, because tomorrow they're going to be writing a report on that animal. What makes it special? Why is it in the wildlife refuge? What's been done to rehabilitate it? And what are some just unique characteristics of that? And so that's a way that we try to incorporate road schooling, even when we are stuck in place,
Right.
even when our plans fall apart. School's got to be done, but it also can be done in an exciting and a fun way that makes us really dig into the place where we are. And when we leave Ocala, yes, we'll remember that our truck broke down on the side of the road and it was really hard, but I hope that they'll also remember this wildlife refuge. All right, so as you come in, you get to have this really beautiful walk-in. So you can choose to drive over to the parking lot, or you can park in the first parking lot and you can choose this trail. It is beautiful. Christopher, what's the trail like?
It's like all in the woodsy, and there's a lot of Spanish moth everywhere. And it's like all environment-y.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
All right, so we are about halfway through this wildlife walk, and it is pretty impressive. Actually, my expectations were apparently way too low, because this is extremely cool. And we've been reading about all the animals and talking to the kids about them so they can each try to find their favorite one. So let's talk to them and see who's got a favorite so far.
All right, Rosie, what is your favorite animal so far here?
Flamingos.
What did you see with the flamingos?
Flamingos fell down.
Were they taking a bath?
They were
There was plus in the water.
That's right. What color are the flamingos?
They were pink.
They were pink. Did they have long necks or short necks? Long necks, that's right.
Look, that.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, it's a baby otter.
It is a baby otter.
Oh, what is that, Ruthie? What is it?
Baby otter.
All right, so we are done, and I will say from my perspective, I was impressed. Lots of cool stuff to see, and lots of great information on all the animals, like big placards at each habitat. So it was really, really cool. So what did you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was really good. One of the things you need to know is you need to have the right expectation. This is not a zoo.
Right.
So you're not going to have that kind of experience where you're just going to have tons and tons of different types of animals. There are so many different kinds, but they're mainly ones that you would see here in Florida or in this region. They're all rehabilitating.
Except for the hippo.
So, yeah, except for the hippo. But the funny thing is they petitioned for him to stay. And so Lou got a free pass to stay here for the rest of his life. He's actually like a Florida citizen.
A Florida resident.
He is. He's a Florida resident, and so he gets to stay. But everybody else is here because they are indigenous to this area or they are found in this area. But you need to have that expectation, right? I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a little more low-key. Boardwalks all around, so it's real accessible, easy for walking. You just wind through all the different habitats. So the reptile house was closed. That was really sad because of COVID.
And the underwater viewing area was closed, which was kind of sad.
Yeah.
And then the boat ride was closed. But still, even with all that,
we did get to see the manatees be fed, and so
that was super cool.
They had. We just had to wipe out one of our kids. Just you okay? Okay. And so we got to see the feeding of the birds. We got to see feeding of the manatees. So, those kind of things were really special. We got to see Blue Springs and all the manatees there, but this was different as well. So it's just a neat thing to maybe add to your list. There is a cost involved. So it's $12 for adults and $5 for children. But for us, $5 to get anywhere for our kids. We can't even get to a movie. We thought that was a really good thing. And it was a good learning experience to see animals, but understand some of the ramifications of what these animals go through when people take them as pets, like the foxes and things like that. So it's just a really good learning experience for our kids on many different levels. And so for that alone, I would say absolutely it's a thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely a thumbs up. All right, guys, we are almost done. What did y'all think about today?
I really liked seeing all the animals play and stuff. And my favorite animal was the otter, just like swim around. And I got to see him like jump up on the board. It was really cool.
Nice. Joe, what about you, buddy? What did you think?
I thought it was really cool.
What was cool about it?
You get to see what the animals ate, what they did.
And what was your favorite animal?
The panther.
Hey, Christopher, what about you, buddy? What did you think?
I thought it was really cool. And also I like that like you get to see like 7 different kinds of animals. I like that like they're all unique.
And what was your favorite animal?
The groundhog tortoise, is that what it's called?
Gopher.
It's the gopher tortoise.
Why'd you like him? What's special about him?
it's because they can dig holes for other animals, and also they can dig holes for other themselves.
Yeah, kiddos, would you give it 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, or thumbs down?
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.